We got the have the rain. It ends up being 9 or 9:30. Then on Monday, we got the first shot of the movie and the last shot of the movie done already. We did those this morning, and now all we got to do is fill in the middle.
Called the production Paradise Park. Annie Boyd is the director. Mixer is Sid Williams. And everything else is incidental.
I'm Mick McNeely. I'm the director of photography on this show.
I'm Joseph Pelly, Joseph Bruno Pelly. Everybody calls me Bruno. I am gaffing this film.
Richard Kelly, continuity.
My name is Mark Farrell, and I'll be the script supervisor.
What was my name? I'm Bill Richardson. I'm the associate. Assistant director and associate producer. My job is to make sure we shoot everything we're supposed to shoot, or I get fired and play live.
Today, do you count today being after midnight?
Sure.
Let's see.
I wish I had a home. See, now you're shooting down when we were building the boat dock. Yeah, right.
Actually, we're shooting the crowd scenes first in this, so that we'll the angle that we're getting with the shots will be towards the audience members of the quiz show. Principals will be coming in a little later.
Leave those. Follow that light, that light.
Oh, they'll be far away. Bill, would you like to be an extra in this scene?
Get you guys to sit here on the front row to see what's happening.
Everyone has signed a release form. One for big pictures and one for WSAZ. Okay, that went through.
Okay, we need enthusiasm, and I'm going to talk you through these shots. Number one, it's like the applause sign has come up. We're opening the show. It's theme song. Yay!
We're going to shoot this. Let's shut the outside doors, please.
This is up on 90 Charlie. Take number 1.
Roll sound.
Speed.
Camera. And action. Great. Are you happy? Yes. Okay.
There's a time in early spring when the birds begin to sing on the branches of a bare maple tree.
The soul searches in some strange ways for self-expression. Indians built mounds. Shakespeare wrote sonnets. Columbus went exploring. Danny Boyd makes movies.
Okay. Let's keep it simple. Here's the say the hood of Clifford's car. Here's Clifford working on the car. Here's Casey. You know how they're always standing by
Daniel
the car
Boyd
there?
graduated from West Virginia University in communication and went off to graduate school in Arkansas for some hands-on film education. He came back home to West Virginia to help build a film program at West Virginia State College and Institute. In 1986, he got inspired, or tired of waiting, or something, and pulled together credit cards and money enough to shoot and produce Chillers, a made-for-video horror film. 2 years later, with the same homegrown cast, crew, and credit cards, he shot Strangest Dreams, renamed by the distributors Invasion of the Space Preachers, a semi-science fiction deliverance-type film. He learned so much about making low-budget films in West Virginia, he took a sabbatical and wrote a book entitled Making the Big Picture While Keeping Your Paper Route. He also wrote another movie.
So once we get this, then
We decided to tag along on this one and see how it was done.
shot from this position.
We first find him in class, explaining the art and business of filmmaking
Two-shot of Casey.
to the class that would shortly become his production
A
crew.
lot of times it's a matter of just two people in a scene, and if it's just two people in a scene, you do a two-shot, which becomes your master. And if you're really doing Hollywood-style films, you would do close-ups on both, but you don't have to. And if you're running short of time and you're running short of film, what you always want to do is have a master and one insert. Just make sure you have that, because you can always live with that. Directing. That is a misconception that directing is a creative process in a low-budget film. Directing in a low-budget film is damage control, almost. And occasionally you get a little lick in here and there with something, but it's this kind of stuff all the time. And there comes a point when on page 9 when you've got to start rolling cameras. And Kathy, you were asking, am I anxious? Well, you don't want that day to come, really. But once you get the first shot done, everybody breathes, and you start, and you just do it, and it's automatic pilot takes over with it. And one morning you open your eyes and it's over. It goes so fast. But there comes that day, and which is coming very soon, where you've got to, as I said here, jump start the big machine.
Blasphemy, I say. Blasphemy. It ain't God talking to you, Nada. It's the devil. Stop it! Listen to me! Stop it!
It's been raining and wet, and it's supposed to be sunny and beautiful today. It's killing us. We're having troubles matching. All the shots we shoot today have to match bright, sunny shots. We got a GTO that's supposed to be here that everything's shot around, and it's not here. It's broken down. They're trying to find spark plugs for it. So what we're going to do is work around, try to get a couple of close shots that we can light easily, pray the sun comes out, pray the GTO gets here, and if that happens, then today will end up being pretty good. If not, it could be really tough.
All around the water tank, waiting for a train. I'm a long, long ways away from home, standing in the rain. Well, I won't.
The problem with the overcast like this is you can get your tight shots, but anything that's going to go to wider, the light won't match, because obviously we need to plan for sun for the rest of the week. So now what we're scrambling to do is kind of find tighter shots, close-ups on people, isolated action, so that we can pump a lot of light in and make that bright, and then it will eventually, when we shoot our wider stuff, it'll match the light. It should burn off in a couple hours, but we don't have, on a schedule like this or a budget like this, we don't have time to stop and wait for it.
Rain.
Some get film of him holding the blue in his arms. It's really cool.
We're saving the batteries because alkaline batteries will last for like hundreds of years, and they shouldn't be thrown away in a regular dump or a garbage can. So we're trying to dispose of them through a proper waste disposal.
Hey, Clifford.
I read the script, and I really was taken by the script. I thought it was quite a touching story and had a lot of truth in it, and potentially could be a good movie. And also, I really kind of liked the character of Marlon and thought that I'd like to have a chance to try to portray the character. I wasn't sure whether I could do it, but I would like to have the chance. And then I spoke to Danny about it, and he told me that he'd been thinking about the character for me anyway, although I'm sure he considered a lot of other people. So that's the genesis of it.
I've done Chillers and I've done Strangest Dreams with Danny, and I think of the three scripts we've got a good one here. I really like it. It says something about us as West Virginians. I'm a West Virginian.
I love it. I think it's easy, and I feel very comfortable, and it's out in the open, outside. Can't ask for much more than that.
My name's Raquel Nethkin, and I'm key makeup on Paradise Park, and I am in charge of making sure that all the makeup is done properly and that my assistants, you know, keeping watch over them, and all the makeup is continuity-wise stays the same. And I just make sure everything runs smoothly.
She does a heck of a job, too.
Thank you.
My name is Lisa Salami, and I'm the wardrobe coordinator for Paradise Park.
There's a group of friends in the park, and even the people who are antagonistic to each other have a bond, kind of like a family, because you may have siblings that grate against you, but they're still your siblings. And Clifford, the fellow that's the grease monkey, is he's kind of profane and loud and rough. However, as in most things in life, things are, as John Lennon said, everything's the opposite of what it is. And Clifford jokes the would-be preacher, Avis, but then Clifford is probably one of the most religious people in the film. He does believe in things, and even if it isn't a conventional kind of religion.
Transmission 13 years ago. You healed me, Avis. It ain't right to make fun of religion.
Well, I'm not making fun, Avis. We're all religious in our own way. Why, Ramona here's a regular practitioner of snake handling. Ain't you, honey?
The kid, Casey, once again, Mr. Cynic, Mr. Cynical Teenager, which is a typical character nowadays. However, even Casey has some soft spots, and he does quote Marlon at the end, and you're not sure what's going to happen to him. Maybe he will get on the hillbilly highway and get out, but maybe he'll come back, because maybe he's got a different viewpoint than he started out with.
And I've seen too many of them.
You decide to go back to school yet?
And education's the one thing the man can't take away from you, boy.
We didn't have a choice. When I was your age, I worked in the mines 12 hours a day picking slate.
Now he just picks his butt.
You got Nada, the nice old lady who has the original vision, and she's a little dingy, but then most visionary people are, from Joan of Arc to the Oracle at Delphi. And then you got the other women in the thing, the sweet Libby, who is very conventional in the sense that even though she's in love with Marlon, when her husband, who's a no-good, comes back, she feels like he's her husband after all, so the father of her children, so she has to go back with him, even though she loves Marlon. Marlon loves her. That's that. And then the other woman, who's kind of a mystery, Caroline, is just kind of a wild card that comes in from the outside and helps in some ways is a foil for Marlon to realize that he probably has been more satisfied with being able to put things that relate to characters he's created himself rather than real people, and then she herself has a fantasy of a perfect romance like she sees in the movies.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Caroline, I think I'm learning, but it takes time. Nothing is for certain, no guarantee, but I will try for you. Will you try me? Books and movies, that's no place to live. It's a lonely, quiet land. the sound of your voice. I need the touch of your hand.
And I was waiting, I didn't know what for, until I saw you come through my door. My day burst open, my heart is free, so I will try for you. Will you try me? Where can I find love to last? I guess I'll never understand. What I need now is the sound of your voice. I need the touch of your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Somebody get a royalty?
Too many
times
we stand alone,
and let our hearts turn into stone.
Whoa, whoa, the future's open. We'll set it free, and I will try for you. Will you try me?
A wish is not a waste of time. Good things may happen momentarily. Wishes often do come true,
If only temporarily. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Caroline, I think I'm learning, but it takes time.
It's nice. The fantasy stuff is nice because many of the main characters have fantasies, and well, like we all do. And sometimes we don't even have conscious fantasies. They're fantasies that maybe we have them only in our dreams, or at other times we can't put our finger on them until you see something that's similar and you think, goodness, I've thought that myself, not even consciously.
you will be. Let's get out of here.
This is too much.
Shit, they're coming back.
After Strangest Dreams, which was a big effects-driven, a big production for us, I was determined to make a smaller, kinder, gentler film. I joked about kind of one place and one time, more of a story-driven project rather than an effects-driven or a character-driven kind of thing. And the trailer park seemed like the perfect conduit for that, of a central place where everyone's close together. It lends itself to the possibility that people could be down on their luck a little bit. Shady Side, the real trailer park, becomes a character. It becomes a character in the movie. It's as important as any one person in there. And everyone was caught up in it. This believing in paradise. You know, everybody wants to think, gee, there's a better world that I can escape to. And when the big names came in, they were no different than anyone else. It was funny, Johnny Paycheck, after a couple days, you forgot that he was a big star. You know, not to take anything away from him, he was just so much a part of what we were doing. And with Dusty Rose and Porter Wagner and T. Graham and Webb, and of course Webb again, Webb just like it, you know, Webb being a big star, but just sort of became one of us and one of the Paradise participants.
That's how it happens. Once in a lifetime, love comes along.
And I remember walking around to the crew that day when we wrapped and saying, look, we're in trouble. We're going to have to add 4 days into the schedule. You know, and here you're telling people this, that hardly are being paid, if they're being paid at all, and they're going to add 4 more days into it. And I'm thinking, you know, even though I care for these people and they care for me, no one can do this. And not a single one of them said no. Not a single one of them even hesitated. When I told them, they said, whatever it takes to get this project done, we will do. That was the biggest highlight for me.
Well, you must be careful, or you must be gentle, 'cause once in a lifetime doesn't happen every day. I'm not trying to make this great, that wishes all come true. Dreams don't seem so foolish when they're happening. Once in a lifetime, soft as a moonbeam, quiet as a whisper in a secret rendezvous. All silver and silent, why that's the way love. And action. Once in a lifetime, love comes to you. Once in a lifetime, love comes to you.
This is our 38th wedding anniversary today, and this was a surprise for Joyce. She didn't expect it. God bless.
The Santa Claus thing was pretty impressive because that was one that was during one of those bad times where I was cutting scenes in the script. You know, I was taking pages out saying, well, we're not going to be able to do this, we're not going to be able to do this. And they stopped me and said, let us do this. Well, you know, we can make this work. Let's take the time. Seeing, you know, the art crew up on top of the trailer blowing snow with a fan down over top of us, and the whole Santa scene. That was a standout.
Pretty nice. Okay, kids. Kids in. All right. Kids in. Come to me. Come to me. Come on, kids. Walk up to the Walk up to the
There were a lot of highlights. The golf scene too. I mean, and then later, you know, on one side of the green having the Mint and Julep crowd, on the other side having the cast from Little Abner.
Scene 37, take 1. Scene 37, take 2.
So you're a writer?
I don't need to make the shower sound.
Is that thing where you look so Davis?
Tell me why you don't finish your books.
If you just take the strip of fusion that, like that and tape it to the edge of that flag.
I'm setting a bunch of shit on there.
Good thing, good thing.
Can I have a tweenie, please?
I dream of Tweenie.
Well, I know I need to get on that.
Ask no questions. I will show you.
Speed. Scene 239, take 1.
Lights. Action.
You got your call through, Sergeant.
Or I can go. I can pick my friends. I can pick my names. I can't pick my friends.
U.S. Air. I never flew U.S. Air until it's different. Something weird about it. The stewardess called me baby doll, though. Yeah. Long Island.
Long Island, yes.
That's what kills.
There's always something there to eat. There's always fruit. There's always cold water, cold lemonade, hot coffee.
Well, use teeth.
Thanks a lot. Here's Mick.
Hello, Bob. I'm fine. How are you today? Good.
Yeah.
Camera speed.
And filmmaking, there are disadvantages to it. You know, it's hard to make a living. It's hard to do all those things. But again, as I explained, making a film is feeling more significant than you could ever feel. And unless, of course, you're a Nobel Peace Prize winning scientist or something, saving the world. Of course, that's more important. But being involved in the film, being around people who do their job so well, and so many people working toward a common end, there's no feeling like it. There's no experience like it.
I think if you got 35? Okay, 30, 35.
Okay, once again.
You want to just do these lines?
That's a wrap!
That was a gang bang right there, I swear.
Oh no! Okay. Bill is not emerging.